maybe you never said it out loud. Not because it wasn't heavy, but because speaking felt more dangerous than staying silent. You learned how to carry things quietly. Responsibilities that didn't wait. Expectations that didn't lift. Pressure that didn't ask permission. You kept going. You stayed functional. You showed up. And from the outside, it looked like strength, but inside something felt heavy. Not loud. Not dramatic. Just constant. Some weight doesn't crush you all at once. It wears you down slowly. You wake up already carrying it. You move through your day adjusting around it. You go to sleep still holding it. And after a while you stop asking whether this weight was ever meant to be yours. This is where Scripture speaks. Not to people who are comfortable, but to people who are carrying more than they ever explain. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. Psalm 55:22. That verse does not assume you are strong. It assumes you are burdened. It does not ask if you are carrying something. It tells you what to do with what you are already carrying, because God already knows the weight exists. Some of what you carried was emotional. Disappointments you never processed. Pain you didn't have language for. Moments that stayed with you longer than you expected. You didn't speak about it because you didn't want to become a problem. Because others depended on you. Because stopping felt like it would make things worse. So you stayed silent. Not because you were weak, but because you were trying to survive. And God saw that. You have searched me, Lord, and you know me. Psalm 139:1. That means God knew the weight behind your calm voice, the strain behind your discipline, the exhaustion hidden inside your faithfulness. God knew how much it took to keep showing up without breaking. Some of the weight came from responsibility. You became the reliable one, the one others leaned on, the one who kept things from falling apart. And because you handled it well, no one asked how much it costs you. But God did. My guilt has overwhelmed me like a burden too heavy to bear. Psalm 139:6. Scripture does not pretend heaviness is imaginary. God does not minimize what feels heavy to you. He names it. He acknowledges it. He allows it to be spoken. You didn't wake up one day overwhelmed. It accumulated. One expectation added here. One concern layered there. One season extended longer than you were prepared for, until surviving became normal, and rest stopped restoring you. You learned how to function, while something inside you felt strained. And God saw that too. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. Psalm 34:19. Notice the word many. Faith does not eliminate weight, but it does mean you are not alone under it. God never promised a life without trouble. He promised presence inside it. Some of what you carried came from being strong for others. He absorbed attention so they wouldn't have to. You stayed calm so chaos wouldn't spread. You chose silence because explaining felt heavier than enduring, and because you didn't collapse. People assumed you were fine, but God never assumed that. You have kept count of my tossings, put my tears in your bottle. Psalm 56:8. That includes the tears you didn't cry, the nights you couldn't rest, the prayers you didn't know how to finish. God counted those moments. not as weakness, but as evidence of how much you were carrying. Carrying unspoken weight changes you. It doesn't always break you, but it reshapes you. Joy becomes quieter. Rest becomes shallow. Faith feels heavier than it used to. You may have wondered why obedience feels harder now than it did before. It wasn't because you drifted from God. It was because you were carrying too much alone. Jesus never ignored hidden burdens. Jesus said, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. He didn't say, "Come when the weight is gone." He said, "Come because you are burdened." God knows the difference between strength and strain. Strength builds you. Strain slowly drains you. And God knows when endurance has lasted long enough. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Psalm 27. Healing is not rushed. Binding takes patience. God does not hurry restoration for people who were worn down slowly. Some of the weight you never spoke about came from waiting. Waiting without clarity. Waiting without reassurance. Waiting while still doing everything you were supposed to do. Waiting can be heavy when answers don't come quickly. And God saw that too. Praise be to the Lord, who daily bears our burdens. Psalm 18:19. Daily. That means today's weight was never meant to sit entirely on you. You don't have to explain everything to be understood by God. You don't have to speak every burden to be seen. God saw the weight you never spoke about. He saw the nights you stayed strong, the mornings you pushed through, the prayers that lived only in your heart, and He did not look away. You're not behind because you carried silently. You are not weak because it became heavy. You're not failing because you feel tired now. You endured longer than most people realize. And God honors endurance. But He is also inviting you to lay something down. Not all at once. Not dramatically. But intentionally. This season is not about proving how much you can carry. It is about learning what you were never meant to carry alone. God saw the weight you never spoke about, and He is still with you now. If this message spoke to your heart, like, share, and subscribe, so it can reach someone who has been carrying silently for too long. And if you feel led, comment, "God saw my burden." May His peace find you today.